everybody, and welcome back to Hooked, where our finalists will battle it out for a $25 gift card to Hobby Lobby. It's gonna be a doozy of a night, so let's get it started. Abby, Jen, you guys ready to battle it out tonight?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
Alright, finalists, your final competition is to see who can make the best sea animal. Alright, you got 4 hours. Good luck.
When I thought of the topic, honestly my first thought was, why not an octopus? I do those all the time. I like those. They're pretty simple, you know? But then I thought, you know, it's the final challenge. Maybe this time I will go out of my comfort zone and do a little more complicated thing to kind of highlight my technique. And so I decided to go with a seahorse.
It's pretty hard to try to narrow down just one thing out of the ocean that I wanted to crochet since there are so many amazing sea animals. But one thing that I've been wanting to do for a while is the blobfish because they're super ugly cute, and I just figured that I could actually pull that off in the 3 hours, and that's what my goal was, to finish.
The 3 hours for the challenge was a little bit hard because my process is pretty pell-mell, if you want to say. Like, I take a while to think about my design and then execute it, and 3 hours is usually the minimum for my simple stuff. So hearing that it was only 3 hours was like, what?
So 3 hours isn't a whole lot of time. You think you can handle it? For sure. I am here because I am very dedicated to my craft. I've been crocheting for almost 12 years and I think I'm pretty good. So I have a very good shot at winning this.
When I was going through with the body, I realized I was doing it wrong. If I wanted to get the proper shape of my seahorse, then I was going to have to restart. And so that's what I did. Half hour wasted. Yeah, I realized there's a technique that I want to do that I can't do unless I get it. I stitch on the inside.
That sucks, man. That was like 30 minutes of work.
Yeah.
Hey Jen, how's it going?
It's going all right. I just have to pull apart this yarn so that I can finish the sides of my sea creature.
So tell me, why do you have to pull apart the yarn to make it thin enough for your creation?
So pulling apart the yarn releases the fibers and it makes it thinner. So I wanted a thinner, more delicate texture on the outside. So that's why I decided to pull apart the yarn.
Interesting. So Abby, what inspired your creation?
I don't know, I've kind of wanted to make one of these for a long time, so that's sort of what inspired it. I just wanted to try and see if it worked, because I think they're cute, but also kind of ugly, and so the cute ugly thing is in vogue right now.
Well, I applaud you for going out on a limb and trying something you've never done before. That's what we try to inspire here at Hooked. So, can you give me any technicalities of what's going on here?
Well, I can tell you right now, I'm fluffing the fiber fill so that there's more air in there, and when you put it together, it's not already squished down. And that helps you make something more full and less lumpy.
Interesting, but just to let you know, you only have 1 hour to complete your creation. So, don't stay away from Hooked.
When I was sewing everything together, I noticed that my gauge was way too loose, and that made me really worry about the overall finish of the product. But by the time I realized that time was almost up, so I couldn't go back and fix everything that I wanted to fix at that point like I could if I had thought about it earlier.
I shouldn't have tapered off without putting these in. Nah. Towards the end, I was running out of time. I realized we have 10 minutes left and I have not started the fins. So I hurried up with the head, got the eyes on, and then the fins. It got pretty intense at the end. Come on!
How do you think you did?
I think I did alright.
Yeah, your stuff's pretty cool.
Thanks. Your stuff's cool too. I wish I had more time. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
You know, you always wish you had more time.
Yeah, after something's done, I always think back and I'm like, what could I have done better? I don't envy the judges. I don't want to make the decision.
Me neither.
See, I really like the stitch work on this appears to be a seahorse. What do you think, Kratos? The eyes are not quite level. You really like it, Kratos?
To be honest, I'm a pretty big fan of Kratos. So seeing that he was there, I really respect his work. So I was just blown away that he would even be there.
Alright, well, what do you think of this one? It's called the blobfish. Doesn't really interest you too much. Yeah, I can see why. The eyes are very irregular. Its nose is off center. Its tail fin is stitched on a completely downward trajectory, so it can't turn up in any way.
I think that I created something amazing, but you never know what the judges are gonna say, which way they'll lean. I can't believe they got Kratos though on the panel. That's really surprising.
Kratos, you genius, you've done it again. Bring up the contestants. Who is responsible for the blobfish?
That was me?
I really like the cuteness of it. I really like the mouth work that you've done here. It really makes me feel like I'm looking at a disgusting fish at the bottom of the ocean. Just an accurate presentation.
That's what I was going for.
I guess that means that you did the seahorse.
That's correct.
I didn't like how the tail was almost completely straight. They do like to bend their tails. Also, its eyes seem to be oblong, almost as if one is higher than the other. But that being said, I really did like the detail work on the rest of the body right here. You can really tell that work went into each rim of the body. And that's why, Jen, you are Hook's champion. Sorry, Abby. You must leave.
Thank you for this opportunity. It's been fun.
Nobody cares. Get out.
Okay. So I lost. I feel like I was robbed a little bit, but it's okay. I'll live on. There's always another competition. You haven't seen the last of Abby. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't believe I won! Yeah, I won. I was not expecting that. I respect Abby and her crochets. She does a really, really good job. I just think that this time around, I had the upper hand with the technical stuff and that I was able to execute it despite the time. $25. Here I come, Hobby Lobby. You better watch out. I'm gonna buy all the yarn.
Kratos, what do you think about the blobfish? Well, that answers that.